Dr. Life here, back again on the morning workout. Yesterday, this is a follow-up to yesterday. Yesterday, Labor Day, we announced that we put up the help wanted sign. We're looking for fruit inspectors, all right? Because we are attacking and we're going to demolish this epidemic of stolen wages in our country, right? Stolen wages. This is employers preying on the less fortunate in society, the lower paid individuals working in tough day-to-day jobs like the restaurant industry, our custodians in the hotel industry, and many of our minimum wage workers. To my surprise, there's studies that show that wages are being stolen. All right, so we started an initiative to recruit fruit inspectors to check the fruit of these employers so that we can identify those who are stealing the wages and then educate the individuals and prevent this from happening. All right, but as I look at the situation, we need to dig a little deeper. We have to dig a little deeper because stolen wages is just a symptom of a larger underlying problem and disease that's going on. All right, so if we are going to really do the job of fruit inspection and identify what's wrong, and the reason we're looking at fruit, just in case you didn't see the video from the other day, the reason we're looking at fruit and numbers is because men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie, and fruit don't lie either, because the word says, by their fruit ye shall know them. And when you add numbers up, 1 + 1 = 2. So numbers don't lie and fruit don't lie. All right, but when we're looking at the fruit in this situation, there's even larger situation. The United States of America has an identity crisis that we have to address if we're going to really deal with that symptom of stolen wages. All right, and this underlying identity crisis is the overall prevailing reason why we have all of these other symptoms popping up. All right, so the identity crisis is this. This is the United States of America, the greatest country, in my opinion. Let me say, in my opinion, the greatest country on planet Earth. All right, and the reason more people don't agree with the United States being the greatest country on the face of the earth, besides those of us who live here, is because we have an identity crisis. My question is this the United States of America or is this the UK? Is this the USA or the UK? Is this the United States or is this Great Britain? The reason I say that is because I thought that we had dealt with that issue of a monarchy and nobles and knights being entitled to everything in the society, and then having a feudalistic society with the peasants being the ones on the bottom rung of the caste and class system, right? That's Great Britain. That's the UK. That's the United Kingdom. They have a monarchy. Then you have nobles who are entitled to the lands and possess all of the lands. And then the nobles, they hire these knights. They knight certain individuals, right, to police their lands to make sure that those titles stay with them and don't fall into the hands of the peasantry who are under the feudalistic system. That's the UK, right? But the problem is the British are back. The British are back in the United States of America, all right? And that's the identity crisis. We had a war. We expelled Great Britain. We love our younger brothers. I say younger brothers, right? We love our younger brothers, Great Britain, all right? Any of their immigrants can come here and live here because this is the United States of America. We welcome immigrants, right? So immigrants from Great Britain and UK and Europe, for that matter, all of our brothers, and sisters from Europe, Great Britain, UK in particular, we welcome you. But we don't welcome the monarchy. And I say that because this is supposed to be the United States built on democracy, and Great Britain has usurped our democracy here in the country, and I'll show you how. All right, we thought that after the Civil War, all right, we were united. But still here today, you hear all of these states talking about states' rights. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's the same argument that those who wanted to hold on to the colonialistic system of oppression and slavery in the South, Great Britain, all right, they wanted to hold on to the claims of colonialism, right? They sent the redcoats here to fight for colonialism and imperialism. But the United States united and expelled that whole philosophy, right? But it's back again. It's back again. I'll show you a monarch, an example of a monarch, and you check the fruit and see who I'm talking about. All right. We had a monarch who, under the cloak of democracy, came with this trickle-down economic policy. We gon' trickle down the wealth down to the masses. All right, but that's what the monarchy does. The king has all of the wealth, and then whatever ends up falling down on top of the peasants at the bottom, whatever scraps they're left with, then they can survive off of that. Trickle down economics. That's not a democratic situation. In the United States of America, what the European, British individuals who are running our country now don't want you to know is one of the most prosperous times in our country was the New Deal.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. So the New Deal. America was having a hard time financially after the Great Depression, and in the democratic process that we have, the president, not the monarch, decided to put in the New Deal, which was a series of big projects across the country, putting in railroads and building bridges and roads and building the Hoover Dam and building all of the infrastructure that we enjoy here today. The New Deal, that happened under the New Deal. And all of those people who were crushed by the Great Depression, they benefited and they got jobs and they worked, and they, under the New Deal, they were able to better themselves and their families. But number one, that was a democratic process that we voted on and implemented, and it worked. But now today, Great Britain, with their monarchs and their lords who want to own all of the title, the lords are our congressmen, if y'all don't understand. The lords are Congress, all right? Your senators, your congressmen, right? Number one, we don't have politicians. We only have businessmen and women. And the richest of them end up in Congress. All right, so these lords, now they sing a tune today that the government doesn't provide jobs. Business provides jobs. But under the New Deal, under the democratic process of the New Deal, which no minorities were included in, all right, let's first say that. Everybody who benefited from the New Deal was not of the minority class, all right? So, first of all, we need to get back to the fact that this is the United States of America. This is not the West. This is not the East. This is the greatest country on earth, the United States of America. We have a democratic process. So let's get back to it. Let's check the fruit. When we see that fruit, we're not buying it.